Hi everyone, welcome to this video. I'm Tim, I play guitar and I like to talk about it, and that is exactly what we are going to do today. You see no guitar on my lap today and a particular setup because we are going to take a look at what PRS is doing these days. They have announced a few new models and we are going to concentrate particularly on the SE lineup, which to be frank is the only one I will ever be able to afford, I think, or at least right now. So let's go over to the PRS website and we are going to check out what they did with this line of guitars, the SE lineup. I really like PRS. I'm really digging PRS lately, and I'm really digging the PRS SE because I have one, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit in this video. And it's a great line of guitar, of affordable guitars. So lots of new things here. You see right here the SE McCarthy. This is a big news. The McCarthy 594s are coming to the SE line. We're not going to talk about this straight away because it's the big thing I want to talk about, but we are going to dive in a little bit more. So let's talk about the DGT first, and maybe also the modern Eagle. And that's not an SE. I thought it was. No, it's not. So we're not going to talk about the modern Eagle here. So just the DGT. I don't know a lot about this guitar, and to be frank, I have not digged too much information because I'm not very interested in this one. It's the signature from David Grissom. I don't really know who David Grissom is. I looked him up on Wikipedia. Apparently he's a studio session player that has played on big records. I had never heard his name before I saw his signature. It's a guitar that was, if I'm not mistaken, in the S2 lineup, maybe the Corsair S2. It existed in the American-made guitars from PRS, and now it gets a SE version. One cool thing I wanted to note is that you can get two colors. This one is very, very beautiful. This McCarthy Tobacco Sunburst. It's very beautiful. And if you get this color, you're gonna get the birds inlays, which are my favorites. But if you take the gold top, you're gonna get the moon inlays, which look very good too. I almost bought PRS SE single cut that had the moon inlays, and it looked cool. And I know some people prefer them, and I think it's the only model in the SE lineup right now that you can get new with the moon inlays. So nice additions for those who like these inlays more than the birds. So let's go back to what I wanted to talk about more, because that's what really get me hyped. The SE McCarthy 594 guitars. There's a few ones in the lineup. An SE McCarthy 594, a 594 single cut, and a 594 single cut standard. The standard at PRS means that it's an all mahogany body without a maple cap. So it's interesting. Let's watch these three models. Why is it so interesting? Because the 594 is an iconic model of the PRS lineup, and it has never been available in the SE line, the affordable made in Asia line from PRS. So that's kind of a big deal. It's a great guitar, and if you wonder why 594, it refers to the scale length, which is 24.594 inches. It's known as the scale length of the famous guitars from Gibson, the Burst, the 58, 59s. It's commonly said that the best guitar from this era from Gibson were made with this scale length, and it was actually a mistake because it was not at the scale length that was the normal one. So it's interesting to get these like historic accurate guitars in a more affordable lineup. So with this McCarthy 594, it's the double cut one. What do you get? It's body, you can see here, the maple cap. There's no binding, but the maple cap actually makes like a natural binding around the body of the guitar. It's really beautiful. And you get a bound neck, which is also something that's not common in the SE line, because usually in the SE line of guitar from PRS, if you get the standard version, you get a bound body and a bound neck, but you don't get the maple cap. If you get the non-standard version of the guitars, you get a maple cap with a flamed maple veneer, but you get no binding. It was the case on the 245 guitars, more on the 245 in an instant, in a few minutes, but they have changed it. You can now get a non-standard version of the guitars with a bound neck, which I really like, because I never really understood why they did it that way. Before we were paying more for a non-standard version with a maple cap, but we were not getting a bound body or bound neck, which to me seems classier or more expensive to get a bound neck. It didn't make a lot of sense to me. It makes more sense like that, in my opinion. You get on the three models of this new line the same electronics, which are very interesting, because you get two humbuckers, bass volume, treble volume based on treble tone, but also the two tone knobs are push-pull knobs to split your pickups. So both pickup can be split independently, and that makes this guitar with a lot of tonal options. You can do a lot with this guitar, and this is going to be very interesting to check. The pickups are actually also new. They are listed as, let me find it, the 5815 LTS. If you're not familiar with the way PRS names their pickups, 5815 means it's pickup inspired by the classic pickups from the 58, and the 15 means they designed it back in 2015. The LT means it's low output versions, and the S simply means that it's the SE versions that is made in Asia, just like the rest of the guitar. What can we say as we are in the specs? So the neck shape has changed. You may know that classically in the SC line of guitars we had a few shape, mostly two: the wide thick, or the wide fat, I think they call it, which is, as the name implies, wide and fat, and the wide thin, which is, as the name implies, also wide and thin. Now it's the pattern vintage. It's not a new profile for PRS guitar, but it's new. It's the first time you can get it in the SE line. So this is interesting too. They are taking a lot of specs from the upper end line they got, the S2 and the core line made in the USA, but putting it on a more affordable guitar. It is very interesting. So let's check out the colors you can get on these guitars, and they are gorgeous. I love this one, the black gold burst. It looks very dark. I've seen videos online where the guitar started to pop up in stores, and it's beautiful. You can also check the PRS official video they made on their YouTube channel. This color is magnificent. And you can get a faded blue. Interestingly, on the faded blue you get non-painted head, and the back also is not painted, so you can see the wood, which is very beautiful too. This one really looks a bit like the color on the SE Myers, the signature from like Myers, maybe a little bit more dark, a darker blue, but it's really beautiful too. And this vintage sunburst, which is also just gorgeous, and the classic color you can see on a lot of classic guitars that they take inspiration from. So let's move on to the single cuts. Not a lot of things to say here because it's basically the same guitar but a single cut version. The pickups are the same, the electronics is the same wood, same scale length, just in a single cut flavor, which is my favorite. So yeah, it's the same guitar but in a single cut version. And honestly, it's my favorite. I love single cut guitars, and that is my favorite version. Electronics is the same with the push-pull and the splittable pickups, and the colors are also the same, and this black gold burst on this single cut is just beautiful. I would absolutely love to see this guitar in person and to try it. I'm gonna wait very impatiently for them to arrive at my local shop, and as soon as they do, I'm gonna drive there and try them, because I'm really hyped about this model. So yeah, black gold burst, faded blue, very beautiful, and faded blue too. Although it's more of an out there color, you have to pull it off. And this vintage sunburst, which is also very beautiful. If I were to buy one of these, which is more than likely if I can manage to pull it financially, I would have a very hard time choosing between the vintage sunburst and the black gold burst, although this one is just very beautiful. And the last one is the standard version. As I said, on the standard, no maple cap, no maple veneer, but you get a bound body in addition to the bound neck, which looks good. I prefer bound plastic bound body to the natural binding with the maple cap. Would be nice to get, I think, a plastic binding on the maple cap, maple veneer versions. So apart from that, same guitar without the maple cap, same pickups, same electronics, same scale length, same shape, neck shape, everything is the same. You get two new colors on this one. This McCarthy Tobacco Sunburst, which looks amazingly good. I just love it. I've seen videos online of shops that have started to receive them, and it looks even better. I think a little less dark. It looks great. And this vintage cherry, which you can see in action on the videos, the official videos that PRS released on their YouTube channel. So this is the new 594. Let's talk about the price of these guitars. The standard versions will cost you $1,200, 1,200 euros. That's what I found online. I'm in Europe, in France. And this one, the standard version, will cost you 1,000 euros. It's a little bit more than what we are used to with the 245s, but it's what's happening right now. Everything is beginning to cost a little bit more because of the state of the world. You know what I mean. So let's talk about the 245s that I just mentioned, because they actually are gone from the catalog. If you go to the SE line, you can see the customs, the McCarthy that we just talked about, the standard versions, but no 245 guitars. They are gone, and it completely makes sense, because the 245s were pretty much the SE, the SE 594 single cut with less good specs, and now that the 594 are here, it didn't really make sense for PRS to keep the 245s. Although you can find a few 245s for sale online now, because resellers are trying to get rid of the stock they have left. I have seen 245 standard going for 600 euros a few days ago. So there are some good deals to make, but these McCarthy's are just gorgeous. I also love the tuning pegs that they got. It's vintage, looks better. I prefer this than the metal ones. So let's talk about two more guitars here. One that is a new addition, and another guitar that is actually gone from the catalog. The new addition is the SE hollow body standard piezo. It may not sound as a new guitar for you, because there was already a hollow body piezo option in the SE line, but it was not a standard version, so it was a guitar with a maple cap and a maple veneer that cost a little bit more. So it's a nice addition to have this option of a hollow body guitar with the piezo that can give you an acoustic guitar sound. You have two outputs on the guitar, so you can choose between the electric signal, the acoustic signal, or a blend of the two. And I think it's very, very cool. I would love to try one. I would even love to have one for gigging, for playing alone on stage when you are the only guitar player and you want to expand your possibilities. This one is cool, you know, same electronics and specs than the standard version, without again the maple cap and the maple veneer. Same pickups than on the 594, the 5815 LTS. The color is interesting. It's a good looking color, I think, and the name is Dog Hair Smoke Burst, and it actually really look like dog hair. You at some areas of the guitar, you really feel like you're looking at the dog, the back of a dog, a black dog with some white in it. Very beautiful, I think. We'd have to see how it looks in real life. But yeah, for dog lovers out there, could be a good thing if you are not put off by the feeling of playing on the back of a dog, I guess. Now looks good. The headstock looks very good too. Great guitar. Would love to try it. Would even love to have one, but you know, it's not happening soon, I think. And lastly, there's another guitar that left the lineup that I noticed, because it's the guitar I own, and you can see a little bit of it just right here. It's my Tremonti Standard, and the Tremonti Standard is also gone. If you are a Tremonti fan, which I am not really, but it's a great guitar. If you want a Tremonti guitar, now you will have to get the non-standard version, which is, I'm gonna find it right here. So the same guitar, but with again, maple cap and maple veneer. The standard version was a good deal. It was less expensive. It's not a big issue because there is a lot of it on the used market and you can buy them for very cheap. I got mine for 450 euros, which is a bargain for what it is. Oh yeah, the Myers got a little update too. It got the same scale length than the 594s to accommodate to correct some stability issues that this guitar had before. So here it is for the new additions to the SE lineup. Maybe I've missed some of them, but I have talked about the main one, the McCarthy's 594. I can't wait for them to hit the shelves and for me to go try them out and decide if I am going to do something stupid and get one of these for myself. So thank you for watching this video. You can get me a like, give a comment in the comment section to tell me what you think about this video, about these guitars, about my new channel that I'm just starting, and you can also subscribe to this channel if you don't want to miss the future videos. I am coming back with reviews of gear in as soon as I can actually, so stay tuned for the next video and see you soon.